Step 1 is to clean up your freaking workstation, you bum. You can't work in conditions like this. After you've respectively thrown most of your crap on the ground, it's time to get started. Get a comfortable stump. You're gonna be sitting down a while, son. You're gonna need a tube of silicone. You're gonna need a caulk gun. You're gonna need something to cut the tip of the silicone tube with. You're gonna need a dome mold. Get it from Kane. You're gonna need something flat and plastic, like a little spatula scraper thing. Something that can do this. Something that does it real well, like this. Start by inserting your tube of silicone into your caulk gun. Now, cut the tip of your silicone tube, something sharp, like this. Start filling them up. Doesn't have to be perfect, you're all gonna level it out anyway later. Now take a small screw and thread it inside. This will keep your silicone good till the next time you use it. Start by going one way with your tool, completely vertical. Now rotate it 180 degrees. And now you're going to bring it back at a 45-degree angle, and you're going to bring it back slowly. You are applying some pressure downwards as well as of course the way you're bringing it. Last two may still not be perfectly flat. Now you can almost bring it fully flat, and the extras will fill in the holes. You now have perfectly flat silicone domes. These are going to have to cure for anywhere from 1 to 3 days. If there's absolutely no humidity and it's cold, it's going to be more like 3 days. If it's nice and humid out, it's like in summer, at least here in Wisconsin in summer, they'll be cured within probably 30 hours, around 30 hours, a little over a day. So go let these sit somewhere in a well-ventilated area. If you put these in an enclosed area, like if I put a box over these, that fumes wouldn't allow them to cure fully. So you gotta let somewhere where this can breathe, because it's a living being. Show some respect. While we wait for those to cure, we're going to make our dirt blanks. That'll be the foam part. You're going to need one of these. This is something that you can put your foam through and cut through. These have been used forever. Consists of a tube that foam can easily slide through. Most people use Schedule 80 PVC. I just used a toy Nerf barrel. Just took it out, cut it. I make my darts, right now I'm making them at 32 millimeters, so a little over 3 centimeters. Basically all it is a tube, notch. Once you see that your foam is to the end, once you see that, take your razor blade and cut the foam. Push it through and just keep going. Once you've filled your box of 2,000 blanks, it's time to move to the next step, putting the holes in the foam. This is without a doubt the greatest thing, possibly the greatest thing ever invented. This is a 1/2-inch threader that goes into 1/2-inch PVC. Well, this is Schedule 80 1/2-inch PVC. It It is not actually made for Dremels, but it will thread right onto your Dremel 4000. And I believe the Dremel 3000 as well. Possibly not. I have to check that. It is then a piece of, as you can see, Schedule 80 that's crammed into there, and then some brass as well for a tighter fit. Here. There are, of course, a handful of different bits that you can use to put holes in your foam. I've used all three of these. This one is quite common in comparison to the size of a dart. It's quite wide, and it is not, I do not recommend this, as it makes too wide of holes in the foam and makes the foam weak and likely to break. Next, there is this bit. I've used this, but I have not tested it enough to say so if it's good or not. I believe there's somebody on Nerf Haven, I believe it may be, I'm not even going to try to guess at the name, but they use this for their gumdrop darts. Those are obviously something totally different, and a different video. This, though, is the common bit. This is, I believe it is 1/4 inch in diameter, maybe a little over. It is for grinding and sharpening. I got it in my 80-piece Dremel accessory kit, but it has proven so far to be one of the best for putting holes in foam. Let's take your Dremel, insert the bit, lock it into place, insert your coupler adapter, and you're ready to go. You can turn your Dremel on and start inserting foam. There is no actual depth stop for your foam, so you're just going to have to be able to tell how far the foam is in. It's usually quite obvious, as there's a distinct sound once the foam is far enough in, and you can tell from there how deep you want your holes. Generally 3/8 inch is how far you want to go in. Anything longer and the center of the mass is moved too far from the front tip of the dart. That's a great way to describe it. We are now at the stage where a wood stool or wood stump will no longer cut it. We'll need a full-on, nice, comfortable stool, as you're going to be there a while. I recommend some ear protection during this next step. You're going to want your Dremel to be on around 20 revolutions, it's probably like 20,000 revolutions per minute. No idea. I have it at the 20. So it's going to be going pretty fast, it's going to be pretty loud. You're going to want something on your ears. I recommend something that plays music, as it'll get boring. Preferably some really annoying music that'll tick off some of the senior members in the Nerfing community. Start by turning your Dremel on. I'm not going to do that right now because it'll be really loud and you won't hear my beautiful voice. You're now going to take a dart, insert it in while it's running, push it in as far as you see fit, about 3/8 inches. Take it out, insert in the other box. Repeat, turn it on, insert dart, twist, throw in box. The reason you want to twist is to make sure that the hole is even and centered. That'll help with it, as sometimes your drill bit is not perfectly centered in this manner. Here we go. Congratulations, you are just about done with to make darts. You now have your silicone domes as you've taken them out of your mold. I don't think I need to show you how to take them. You know what? Fine, I'll show you. Here's some domes. Take your fingernail, shove it in, twist, pull it out. Boom. See that? You see that, camera? You see it? I just keep taking my hand, I pinch them, and I pull out. It's that easy. These are like 2-month-old domes that I just have been too lazy to pull out. They come out pretty easy. It's not that hard. If they're really hard to come out, let them sit a little bit longer. If they're still not coming out, you're just going to have to use your fingernails and be the man and pull them out. I've also, on occasion, no, never mind, that's a terrible idea. Don't do it that way. Just keep doing it like this. Use your fingernails. If you don't have fingernails, get your girlfriend or somebody to do it for you. Or your mom. Loser. So we have our domes. We have our foam with holes in it. You're now going to want a tray. This is what I call a tray. You're just going to insert your foam, hole up, into the tray. You're going to want to make a couple hundred at a time because you can't show up with 50 darts. What do you want to do? Pick up darts? Have a dart sweep mid-war? Nuh-uh. Sounds lame. So keep filling up your tray until it's full. Because I don't need any darts right now, I'm not going to make a full tray. I'm going to make as many as I need to make you losers happy. Tray is full. Once again, you're going to need your silicone insert injection machine. Take the nail out of your silicone injection machine. This is where it gets tricky. Once again, for this step you're going to want music on. I recommend some good music this time, as it's going to take even longer than the last step, depending on how many you're doing. Take your caulk gun. Insert the tip of your caulk gun into a dart. Put the tip to the very bottom. Squeeze injecting silicone until it's at the top. As you can see, the silicone is a little overfilled, a little above the fill line. There is no fill line, so it's a little over the top. Now take a silicone dome from your mold and simply insert it on top, pressing down. If you got a little excess on the sides, press your dome down and slide your finger across. As far as I can tell, silicone is not harmful, and I do not hold back from getting it on my skin. Of course, I rub it off as soon as I'm done. Now, put that dirt back in and let it cure. Repeat over and over until you've made a couple thousand domes. Wow! It's been 2 days! Your darts are cured. You can now shoot them out of your favorite blaster. Throw them in your hopper that is made by Kronos. Start shooting them off. And then realize and go pick them all up.